branches countrywide and join the winning family today. Welcome to Rokel Commercial Bank, your bank of choice.
Mercy TV, broadcasting live from our studios in Freetown. Our broadcast stretches across the Mano River Union and surrounding areas with unique quality and uplifting programmes of hope, faith and love. Our strong emphasis are on home content, educational and inspirational dramas and more. We broadcast the gospel with signs and wonders, reflecting the will of God daily. Our audience also enjoys local, national and international news. With Mercy Media, your business is already a success.
Hello and welcome back. We're so sorry we'll go for a short break and welcome back. So the matter we ask Mr. Konga in particular question. And if you just join me, viewers, listeners, Mercy TV 29, and the program where they watch now expansion, where they cancel now every Sunday on Mercy TV now 2 o'clock p.m. Yes, sir.
And just like I'll be the same, Mr. Konga, before we go on a short break. I want to make the citizen them, the more especially the youths them know the role them for play towards this election for promote peace in the nation.
So you cannot give what you don't have. No foresee, you know, a composite property we can prove a solution to a problem. No than the force. No youths not going for solve any problem where you know say you get capacity for. This is make easy for let them sway into violence. No man can walk up to me now and tell me be involved in violence. No, you cannot even think that. So if somebody know himself, he know his worth, he know what he can do, then he can take responsibility from that content of his knowledge. So let the youth them first of all know say success is possible with them. That somebody for tell them say be involved in violence, I give small money, it's not worth it. Let the man know say he can make success. Let him know say it's possible for let him make better, even better success. Now the world is ruled by ideas. That instead of consider and think and create in your own time for develop an idea, we're going to make them success. So a role then he go play. That's when he go for talk to his colleague. That's when they go for influence the world around that for think like that. Now, but if your thinking pattern is not peaceful, how can you help people to be peaceful? So you first develop being peaceful. You capture a mental picture of being peaceful. Then you go for tell somebody, hey, caution, more involved in that. But if you don't have it, you can't give it.
Sure.
So the role of the youth, now for first of all develop an idea, say, success is possible. Success is possible. Now, if you have a target to achieve, you always want to achieve it. Now, but if you don't have any target, anything can be useless. Too many times you pass to PZ, you pass now, it's the police, you pass for Bay Road and then Kisi Road. You see people go just enough. More especially when they see TV or game they play. Now, but somebody who is very busy, targeted, moving, not going to turn up the watch game on the street because there's no target. Somebody go turn up the watch. You tell that big screen there now, it's the police by an old cheddar.
Yeah.
People can just talk in the street. Why there's no focus, there's no target, there's no mental picture of where to go next. So now, until they capture a mental picture of where next to go and how success can be achieved, then they will be able to influence the world around them, to think like them and aspire to their own inspirations, which will be peace ending. And so the role of the youth, first of all, develop. I personally can make success. If not, it's not the work. I started by saying peace is a neurologic composite property. Violence it is also. Develop peace, also develop success.
I want to come in aside. You know, people are going to use violence. Then some people don't know what the word violence means. You can light. We look at people in
yes. Confusion.
Yeah.
See where they make somebody fed. Like you realize, say the last time where this kind of confusion happened, where you know plenty young man that die, policeman that die.
Yeah, this of us.
You realize not violence. Now hala. Somebody just stimulates an environment where the young man does not think productively. So the consent for be involved in halala. Both we lost lives, blood shed, plenty of people die. You know, then because if somebody you control up here, your body you the subjectify, not for take any negative action. So now idea they develop. Good one, bad one, evil one, now they develop. And so if we use this way, then we therefore make success.
You make use of you.
We they use too many different mediums then for fight violence. It's not correct. Sit down, set a platform for think better idea. Now, even if you get a good idea with another idea, we don't match for defend that bad idea. You know, the person not there for consent. Let me realize say sometimes the day something go happen within a locality. Sometimes we day somebody that talk to her and not listen. Other person can't talk to her and not listen. Somebody go calm no more and talk to her briefly. He listen.
Calm down.
Better idea. Better idea and then persuade that person. I don't get so many atmospheres, so many environments the way I meet people chaotic, violence, where other people don't talk to them. I just they use 1 minute. By the time I make a 2, people are persuaded for leave. They act to them involved. So you almost need better idea for abolish a bad idea. So the role of a youth, not first of all say you and an individual, we get a complex brain property, we can prove a solution to the nation's problem. Now the mobile phone where you hold na somebody idea, the earring where you wear na somebody idea, the dress where you wear na somebody idea, the shoes where you wear na somebody idea. Now what happens when you develop an idea, trade with it, it becomes a philosophy. Now when that philosophy is traded with, then they begin for people they begin for pay for your idea. The shoe traded with. Now anytime we buy shoe, it is out of you, then plus that was your account for the shoe. Somebody's idea you paid for. The reason why you go to the mechanic workshop, now because you go pay for the money idea for solve problem. So an idea. So let the youth know say they get an idea where they go develop and make success. Then they go be peaceful for help others for be peaceful.
Yeah, thank you so much. So like basically if you get an idea, if you engage you, if you think outside of the
No
box.
for say you important.
Yes. And all that just
when you don't say you important, first they treat you.
You got for believe that they will call the word of God you talking. If you know that be in the word of God, what's the God think of you? I believe say this why I all for the go and for the go and work with them, for go to people they won't be thing. You know what they happen.
No, well,
because
the
you
issue
know that you be
the issue will get at the foundation.
God get for you.
The problem, we get the parent the way they call them picking them. You rebel. You this, you goats, you sheep.
That negative was the other impact of that person.
And now, so what did they happen? With then negative words, then they're growing up. From fetus, you don't begin to talk them bad talk. Birth, you continue for talking bad talk. Till the age 7, you don't set something like subconscious connections, the neural connections there, were so plenty that it begin for live from age 8 till to in current age. The things that within is subconscious. And the subconscious, science that discover say, they process 40 million words per second in a bit of second. The processor. So if we not get control of the subconscious, we absolutely live a life in the past. So if it's easy for let begin see violence, somebody will not grow from Musai, mama the papa the beat mama, kick her. Then it grow up, it don't get on a subconscious, all these years growing up, then it can meet somebody they involve in violence act, it light up their brain for action. So it take also an idea for let's subjectify that subconscious, for let not take negative action.
And that kind of people, when they will go upset, they even get that kind of peace witness, they get confidence, they believe in themselves, you know. No. Yeah, so Mr. Konga, I really want to ask a question, because if we want to talk in terms of peace, more talk about what's in the causes of lack of peace, you know, what they cause that day?
Now the homes, lack of peace now the homes. Now so, like what they say, we brain this side, they call them prefrontal cortex. Now 40% of you brain weight. We brain weight now 3 pound weight. Whether you're a green man, whether you're a yellow man, whether you're a blue man, whether you're tall, you eat small, you eat big, now 3 pound weights. Then we brain get the left side, you get the right side. Now, where will they grow? From fetus. When my mother get belly, 6 months, 2 weeks, learning don't begin, visual don't begin. The begin don't begin seeing in my mind belly. They don't begin hearing from the mama belly. So the words the way mama, the environment the way mama they go, papa they talk, associate with people. If mama violent, if mama like halahala, they begin connect the relevance of halahala. It is very useful. Science discovers say, begin that they grow with unperturbed love for their parent. Love unshakable. That anything they see, they hear, they be enacted into law by them. So we homes them because we parent they lack knowledge. Now they factor the actions for violence and a life out of peace. So if you ask the question, what's in the problem? Now the homes, now we homes halal have become. The rebel war we see so. Where TRC make research. That idea begin for incubate from university, the one that we prepare them. University, take the begin the head, take the idea, and share with your colleague there, share them, take the begin for get representation there, for go to Libya, for go train. Then sit down, the idea starts small, nobody know for talk to them at that initial stage, take the done university, then go Libya, come, let me they get stronghold, they begin international relationship.
Right.
So once the violence don't begin little from the home, they go big.
Right. So viewers, when I was saying questions there and comment there through this line 031077527. I get this particular concern where they say I think you should promote peace by first avoiding incitement. What do you say about that? Because I believe this is a very valid point here.
First, for avoiding incitement. And you thought pattern.
Okay.
For incite people, if now what you get you the key.
Okay. You know, this country would do right now, right? The youth they can be easily persuaded. Yes. Yeah. So possible can and the economic problem situation what they are right now, the way they live, the way things that they happen right now. Anything can happen. What will carry that inside with more money?
Power that you know go candle on the street, you misbehave.
Yeah, maybe
so that you make up, like you walk.
But could they out there we go do likewise?
So this is
it. Could be easily persuaded.
So how do we help them?
How say no more the environment, that the way they brought up back can affect and because let me say me and you, person no okay pay me and you say can go set confusion and street to go set confusion and street.
So that the boils down to your neurologic composition. How you make up day. So this is what we should understand. That person for no matter the economic environment, the economic degradation in this country, some people will still never, forever and ever be involved in violence. No matter how thin tranga. Why? Because of a makeup. You understand? So now, we should establish the facts for Sierra Leoneans to discover, which have never been taught in schools in this country, that their brain is complex and it has solution. So for say incitement, now what you get to the incite person? If you're evil, you give out evil.
So I will just go back for say, what's in the word of God say, would that you be? I don't want me to just go because if you don't go up, however it be, if you're not a child of God, because maybe this way I would be more of, we all not children of God. But you as a Christian, you don't know exactly what the Bible tell you, right? You don't say you're not a follower of Christ. And first you can meet you say go do bad thing. You don't say okay because God also can specifically love your neighbor as yourself.
Of course.
If you say you love your neighbor, you know go grab, go pour your neighbor house, or you know go pour government property. You know say very well that is wrong.
Yeah.
You know go do
No, but so if you're not a lover of Christ, then there's no need for that. They would expect you make up. for not be so strong enough, for be peaceful. Not because the Bible not talk about for let you be engaged in others.
No.
So this we're talking now. The thing we will communicate in this station now. Now for let the young people know say success is possible and achievable.
Indeed.
Mr. Konga, you can tell people also the relationship between justice and peace, because some man don't know the difference between justice and peace.
And so, peace na an atmosphere where confusion no dey. Everybody they do your own do at your own time. Justice now where some problem happen between two people them where they try for judge. Where the two party they happy. Nine are justice. Sometimes they even justice they come. Well, justice, the word justice mean for me since inception of Bible, and no say justice not exist.
Why?
From Genesis to Revelation, justice not exist.
Well, the Bible says God is a just God.
God is a just God. God get who that day. God get.
And you know, say they as them also one for no.
No, why you say so?
Because Papa God, in your pikin, Peter meets Jesus Christ after when he don't talk beaucoup parable to the people there.
Yeah.
Now the crusade ground. Then he meet Jesus. He said, Jesus, this preaching today we do so parable. You know, Jesus turned to her and tell her, he said to Una, it is given to know the mysteries of the kingdom, but to them in parables. Why Papa God, Jesus Christ, the maker of the entire universe, not interpret that mystery to them? Because he get preference for some people. Now Esau, they like my belly. Hey brother. Born the same day. They're not born itself. Papa God said, I like one. You get picking away the born. Two together. You must like one. So we take on justice. Now you might see justice, that justice. But God gave that favor. Now favor. The word favor against another. Now justice, not justice.
So Mr. Konga, me I go just one, that's not your business. But me just one point out say back. The time when
so as far as me concerned, as far as me concerned, contextual some other person can interpret in your own differently.
Yeah.
Right? In the human nature. Right? But as far as I'm concerned, God get preference for some people. God get anybody we choose for servant. Anybody we choose for love, what he say. In na young. But you will not choose for do what Papa God say. You go end up in here. That is
but
also,
that just say God not hates you. God hates the act of sin.
Now, so
Even
also out of justice, not to hatred.
Even in the case of Jacob and Esau, God talked down there because for me, one understanding was that thing all the boy to inside the woman say I hate Esau. Now because of Esau and God not the only.
No, not from the belly.
God already know that Esau can behave.
They're not born yet.
God already know that Esau therefore can be right. So if God talk down there, it's still they just because
and inside the Bible we say I am the same yesterday, today, and forever.
So now God ain't not God.
Yeah.
So it is so this justice business. Let's forget about it.
Okay, let's
waiting
move on,
at the
right?
essence. Love now peace.
Yeah.
My dear, you get somebody who you like. Hey, my jam. If two people involved in this, in fact, public vehicle, where they say public vehicle, then you on driver misbehave, you detain for back. We go to drive recklessly. You go tend for back, you tend the human nature for the buyer say, hey, why you drive so bad? Wait, so tell that you on driver, then drive bad.
Well, yeah, then you get some people in
So,
back,
justice not
back people in
some
back,
people
and
correct,
then
no back,
yeah.
correct. So I just say, in that scenario then you tend also for back, you driver because in there with you. Human tendency. So for the justice now we forget about justice. Not talk about peace. And now for develop peace.
How to promote peace and maintain peace.
That is it.
You go, let's say we don't talk all this talk about during the time of election, you go see some man will come early morning go. They don't go map na line, right? Line long. Then the time when for me go vote now, cast a vote, the one that was commander come, it disrupts. Now they all Africa conflict down the end.
Violence.
So violence. So what and it's no need for doing election time for promote peace, for make sure say we get a peaceful election. Where you go, what now you contribution towards standing. We have to use this system. Really.
We for talk, people in authority for talk with relevant.
No, but this now what the citizen now what's we need for do because we all get roles to play on that day.
So wait now. People in authority for talk waiting relevant, waiting necessary, and talk adequately. Then somebody go left a house, determined by that knowledge. Go to the line, cast him vote quietly, and go back to the house.
You know, so you get some certain people in back when they go to advice because due to the election, then they advise people, and even where they do this self sensitize with the sensitize people, and we also they advise you say for do this when in the election they come and everything. Yeah, you get some people in back where you go don't tell them so now for me they give them not small tea no more, or they don't get a small drink or waiting, then they still go back for go make violence.
Okay,
no
so
matter what you do.
Okay, so let's establish this fact. Why some people go be involved, some people not go still be involved in violence, and that because the information where you send not adequate for persuade that person not for be involved.
Wow.
It's not adequate. So I say people in authority for talk were relevant, necessary at an adequate level.
Mr. Konga, I'm not so then when you go see a situation with say this person here go come, you can talk to what you want to say, for instance, conflict be happening, me and Roberta get issue. The other person can talk to me. One person can talk, but you can talk to you, no with them. But the same thing can talk to me. Whoever we can talk to him, that same kind with you, they will listen to him. At times, what I never say, it depends on the kind of person when they can talk to you. You see, the same message, but two different people then. So now they may say, even if you talk something relevant, but let's go from the wrong person, you don't go listen.
No. In fact, it's not possible for you to talk relevant thing with a bad attitude. So if you disseminate the information, I say, let it talk relevant, necessary. There are informations that are not necessary per time. Relevant, necessary, and adequate knowledge. So let it talk with him relevant. Now, if Reverend, in the scenario you just mentioned, Reverend can talk to you and you consent, Reverend use an atmosphere of communication will persuade you. So if it's not adequate, it will not persuade you. So in the atmosphere where you use and the way you communicate are adequate enough. Not the quantity not indicates adequate. Now the factor where the influence persuasion then are adequate. The factor where the influence the person for be persuaded to the extent it consent to the positive decisions where you want